Alright guys, this is the Adaptronic software. It's WARI or WARI software, which is Windows Adaptronic Remote Interrogator. This is version 2, and I recently flashed the E420C ECU with version 2 as well, which apparently adds volumetric efficiency, I think it's called, tuning. I'd be lying if I said I knew how to use this software properly. I know how to use it. What it's actually doing, I have no idea. I have some idea, but you know, like, I'm not an expert. So there's a little problem I've got at the moment, which I think it's not just with the Colt, it may be with other cars as well, and that is just when you hit the throttle, there's a little bit of a hole before it starts to rev. So I've been sort of like tweaking that and then going back to the original tune. Every time you change something, you can save it. Just some of the tabs up the top here, you've got your triggering, and you've got your analog tuning modes, corrections, auxiliary out, special functions, road speed stuff including launch control, some digital inputs, your power cut, how you want that to operate, your idle, wastegate stuff, target air fuel ratios, and the actual tuning part itself, which is all live. And as you're doing it all, you hit the F2 and a window comes up with your live gauges. I'll move that across there. Trying to do this one-handed, sorry fellas. Got things like you know, RPM, manifold air pressure, throttle position, I don't know if that's focusing in, water temperature, air fuel ratio, NOx sensor. Has it got the fuel trim there? I'm not sure. Yes, it has. It's got fuel trim there. Injector timing, obviously milliseconds and stuff like that. Ignition. So you can actually see what's happening as you're changing stuff, depending on what type of tuning you're trying to do. And I've been tweaking some things. The guys have been sort of like, the guys on the forum and the Adaptronic guys are really good, just giving you tips on what to play around with, depending on what you want to do. So when we go over to corrections, it's the transient throttle apparently, which is the very thing that's hard to tweak. And you've got like a predicted map table, predicted manifold air pressure table there, and you can sort of like go and tweak that to your specific car. You can actually sort of like load up the throttle and put accurate values in there, I suppose. So that's what I'm mucking around with at the moment. Also the different sort of fuel correction, like learning modes. You know, you got like your rapid learning mode, open loop, closed loop, blah blah blah. I'm learning what they all do. You know, there's a 100-page manual that comes with it. The first 50 pages is installing the ECU. The second 50 pages is using this software, and I'm only just at the start. So, but it's good just to have it connected and know I can use it and tweak some things. Tried the launch control. It works. The only thing I need a bit of training in is actually the road speed, because you can actually tell it to at a certain road speed to obviously not function anymore, because you don't want to get limited to 3, 4, 5,000 RPM in every gear. But it seemed to do that, so I'm gonna have to learn how to use that properly. But it works really good. You can choose to, I'll bring it up, show you road speed. You've got launch control. I'm not sure if you can see that. I might have to zoom in actually. It's not wanting to, oh yeah, there we go. Anyway, you can choose to fuel cut or ignition cut. And obviously the RPM that you want to cut at, and the road speed that you actually want it to disable at. So that's the software anyway. Over the next few weeks, learn how to use that properly, tweak it a little bit. So what I'll do now is I'll cut and I'll show you the VidiGauge in action.